Hello, we're here with our patch show this week, and I have some local folks here with me. I have Larry Dolan from Hardmans and also Jason Starcher from Hardmans. And gentlemen, welcome to our patch show this week.
Well, Dave, we're glad to be here. Appreciate you having us here.
Yep, and the reason we're here today, we're talking about Hardmans and your involvement with the community and stuff that happens in the community. Hardmans is a big sponsor of a lot of community events and activities in Patch's interest, specifically with kids. But you do a lot more than that. And this weekend you had a big home expo, and we stopped down for it, and it looked like a great time. So tell me a little bit about the expo.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the home expo was a result of a brainstorming session that we had 3 years ago. We began out not having any idea that it would turn into what it actually has. It's turned into something that generates great customer awareness.
Right. I stopped by on Friday, and I know that was contractor day, but then on Saturday you had it open to the public.
Right.
Talk a little bit about the differences there.
We the first year we had it, we only did it on Saturday. And some of our contractors they attempted to come down on Saturday, and we had such a great turnout on Saturday that the contractors couldn't get any one-on-one with the vendors themselves.
Right.
So the second year we decided that we would we'd open it up on Friday night for the contractors only, because as much as all of our customers are important to us, our contractors are our key customers. And those guys, they are the ones who take care of all the customers out in the community.
So you do both sides of that, and I think that's an important distinction. And you had a lot of great stuff. When I was down there, you had the Makita guy, or not the Milwaukee guy with the drill, and he was drilling wood, and you had generators and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So great time, great way to relate to the community.
Right. Mac Lunas, he's from Baltimore area.
Yep.
We had vendor reps from as far as Boston, Massachusetts, North Carolina, all over the state of Ohio, and we had several in from all over. Had several new vendors this year that showed a great interest, and that's the thing about the co-op that we're affiliated with, Do It Best Corp.
Right.
And they're a great organization, and they help us tremendously in organizing all these vendors and helping us get them here.
Yeah, and it looked great. We had a fantastic time. I came down there with my family. Everybody was doing fun stuff, so that's awesome to see in our small town and community. Talk to me a little bit about what's coming out new for the spring. I know wintertime blues are past us. We got sunshine. What's new with the...
Well, we've got starting to get our seeds in. We've got onion sets in already and some of our seeds. We've got patio furniture. Our spring catalog just rolled out.
You guys were working hard on the spring catalog when I was in there on Monday, so a lot of good stuff. Tell me a little bit about that spring catalog and what that entails.
Well, with the spring catalog, it includes a lot of different merchandise in the store. We've got some patio sets, grills, smokers. Also, one person from the community will enter and will win $1,000 at the end of the...
That sounds fantastic. And how do you get involved in that?
Just come down to the store and sign up.
I think I'll have my son down there filling out tickets for the next couple of days just to throw them in there.
Throwing them in there.
No, I'm joking. So it sounds great. You guys got a lot of new stuff coming up with the weather getting better. I'm sure you'll be busy and have a lot of stuff on sale. Let's talk a little bit about the community involvement side. That's what we like to do on our show. So tell me from each of your perspective, and we'll start with you, Mr. Dolan, why is it important, or what value do you see in Hardmans having that community impact? How's that relate to you?
Well, I can tie it back directly to my children being involved, and that's been most of my children are adults now, but they were big involved in 4-H and in FFA once they got up into high school, and that group of people at that 4-H and FFA livestock show and sale, they intend to support all of the local communities or all of the businesses that support that venue for the kids, and it's such a great experience. It teaches the children values, that you don't always get something for nothing. You actually have to put a little work into it, and that is one thing that I always strive to make my children realize that nothing handed to you is worth very much.
And through your job, you're bringing that to the forefront and helping in with the community. That sounds fantastic. Jason, from your perspective.
My kids are just starting to get to the age where they're starting to participate in things. My son's been active in the Cub Scout Pack, 437. This is his third year. He's a wee below. My wife and I were den leaders for a while. Also, still try to stay very active with the Cub Scouts. That's a great organization. We've got other people in the store. Billy Martin and Stephanie
Yep.
Stoniker are real active in the patch
Yeah,
activities.
They help with, soccer, and we had them on the show earlier talking about their soccer experience. So yeah, Hardmans brings a lot to the table, and you guys are both personally invested in our community, which I think says a lot for our community and what you do. Okay, well let's talk a little bit more specific about what recent Hardmans is sponsoring an archery target, and I know Mr. Dolan, you're an avid archer, or at least getting back on the horse here in a little bit.
Yeah.
So tell me why you think that's important. Archery here in the community, being outside, what value do you see in that?
One thing I see, a lot of our customers are really into archery, and from a standpoint of a business, you want to take care of those customers and help in things that they are interested in doing. You want to just help to get things into the community.
Right.
We live in a small community where there's not necessarily a lot of things for people to do, and this gives them a good outlet for their time. It's something that's I'm not going to say educational, but it could be educational.
Oh, yeah.
You're teaching them.
I think with Rogue County having a history in hunting and archery, I think it really spins into that. So it's a great aspect.
I think it also helps us being more connected with our customers. If we're interested in the same things they are,
Yeah.
it helps us provide a better customer service doing our jobs if we have the same interest, and it ties us together somewhat better.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think we might have talked archery once or twice while I've been down there, maybe on occasion.
Yeah.
So you're right. It ties people together, and your customer base is the outdoors, working outside type of folks. I mean, not all of them do outside work, but tying that together, that's great community relations. Talk about other support. I know Hardmans does a lot more than just sponsoring archery stuff. Talk a little bit about what you've been involved in and what you've seen with Hardmans taking care of the community.
Well, we sponsor the Little League. We try to be very active in other things as they come up. Walton School, I know we talked to them today about sponsoring a basket for their basket bingo.
Right, yep.
Just think that it's very important. We've been in business for 106 years now, and since
Yep.
1907, I feel that we've been an active part in the community throughout history.
Yep.
So,
And I know, Mr. Dolan, you spend some time down at the barn sponsoring some stuff down there. Talk about that for a second.
Absolutely. It's somebody asked me last year when I was out there how many years I've actually been doing the buying
Right.
at the livestock show and sale for Hardmans, and I said, I can't remember. And honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
I've done it so long. In July this year, I'll be with Hardmans for 20 years.
Wow, that's
so,
awesome.
So for several of those years, I've been doing the buying for Hardmans.
Yep.
And it just happens very often that the weekend of the Walnut Festival is the buying show.
Yep.
So that puts all of our corporate office personnel and everybody out in Indianapolis.
Yep.
And so that makes them unavailable. So it gave me the opportunity to present myself for Hardmans and go out and support the kids.
I know, and that's every time I'm out there, I'm always asking you questions, trying to learn about it, and you're the go-to guy, so that makes it nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's finish up. Let's talk a little about, it's springtime. We'll talk a little bit about spring tips. In each of your opinions, Jason, we'll start with you. What's your tip for people out there that are wanting to get involved and do a project for the spring?
well, springtime's a great time to build a new deck.
Oh yeah, it's been through a hard winter.
Been through a hard winter. It's time to replace some boards or build a complete new deck. We've got Ronnie Stone and Wayne Stickle down there to be more than happy to design a new deck for you. And even Larry there, we could get him involved with designing a deck. But just a great opportunity to come down and see us. We'll design a new deck package for you.
Decks are at the forefront.
Decks
I'm
are a
'cause they'll be
forefront in
used
spring.
all summer long.
Yes.
And it's that time. Mr. Dolan, what do you think?
I keep going back to the spring catalog.
Yep.
You can sit there and thumb through it, and just it creates ideas.
Yep.
There's so many different, for the people that want to work on their garden. There's all kinds of herbicides and pesticides and everything that are available through Do It Best and through Hardmans that you can get you started in your garden. Or there's the deck products and ways to accent something your wife's going to be more interested
That's what I was
in,
gonna
making
say.
it pretty.
I'm keeping that catalog out of her hands, because then I'll have a honey-do list that'll be a mile long.
I'll need to
That's
make
the last
certain
thing
that I make certain she gets one.
Thank you for that. All right, so great ideas. It's springtime. We're here talking with Jason Starcher and Larry Dolan from Hardmans. Again, big community supporters, sponsors of our 3D archery range in the community, and a host of other activities that go on in our community. So we really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in today. And again, it's springtime. Get out here and see these folks. They're supporting the community. they're in the community and they have a vested interest. So thanks for your time today, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks
Dave.
again, Dave.
All right, and this show is sponsored by A&M Digital Technology, so check back with us next week. We'll have some more information, we'll have some more guests, and we'll talk about all kinds of great stuff going on in the Spencer community. So thank you, and we'll see you next week.